as an online coaching, but when it comes to actually putting yourself out there to the world, where do you get that confidence to know if it's going to work, if it's going to convert, or if it's going to produce results? I'm hosting a live event tomorrow where I walk you through how to plan and map out your own online course or coaching program. We're going to be meeting on Zoom for 2 hours where I'm going to work with you to map all of this out start to finish. A lot of people this week have been asking me, that's great if I map it out, but what if I don't feel confident enough to actually put it out there? That's what I'm going to address today, is to help you feel more confident in your actions. Always like, subscribe. We got over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel, almost 200 podcast episodes, and we do free live events for coaches and mentors all the time, every single month, to help you get more results, more sales, and more clients in your business. One of the first steps to having confidence is to have a plan of action. Figure out, what should you say? What should you talk about? What are your first steps to get started? Again, if you hop into this free training with me this Saturday, I'm gonna walk you through that process. What happens if you have a plan, but you still don't feel confident? Maybe you have a spouse that is berating you all the time and telling you that you're not good enough. You have friends that are telling you, yeah, you should give up on that business thing. You're seeing there's other people out there that have better business ideas than you do. Wondering what's gonna set me apart to get the kind of results that I wanna get people. That's what I wanna help you with today. Truth, you're not always gonna feel 100% when you put something out there. And that might not be what you wanted to hear, but take it from me. I've been in this industry for 19 years. I still don't feel 100% when I put something out there. I still always feel a little bit nervous, wondering, is this gonna work? And so realize that actually never goes away. You just learn to act in spite of that. By taking action, by moving forward, you develop confidence because you at least feel confident in the fact that you're doing the work. A lot of people end up doing the wrong work, or they end up wasting time on activities that don't actually produce results. Hang out with me, you can have confidence knowing that I'm gonna show you what actually is effective and produces results. One of the first steps that actually helped me develop confidence was to just start recording myself on video and to do it practicing without the pressure of needing to do anything with the video. Even if I didn't post it anywhere, that's okay. It didn't have to be something great, but it was the activity of actually moving my body, my mouth, pressing the record button that actually helped me grow in confidence. There's really two root issues at play here. Is A, we either think that we don't look good enough, sound good enough, or have good enough content to be able to talk. That's actually the root cause that we need to address. Even me, as somebody who's been doing this for 19 years, I still have those moments where I don't feel good enough. I have to be intentional to increase my level of self-esteem, increase my level of self-image. It's not always in the area of the thing that I don't feel confident in. I'll usually increase my level of self-esteem in other areas, such as my love with my wife and my spouse, and I'll spend time in prayer, spend time reading my Bible, and I just get myself into a state of happiness and joy. More often you allow yourself to feel happy days, the more confident you will be as you move things forward. For me, I also worked with a therapist to help me work through some of the mental health issues that were blocking me from feeling happy more often. Not by taking drugs or doing anything weird, but by saying, okay, what are the beliefs that I'm holding on to that are affecting me in my life? For me, I didn't have healthy boundaries, and I grew up in a church that taught me to hate myself. I grew up around a religious system that told me that unless I disliked myself, that God was going to punish me. I had to constantly live in fear of God's hatred and punishment. I had to live in the fear of other people's judgment and punishment. This created a system in my mind to where no longer did I need even the fear of God or the fear of other people. I was beating myself and punishing myself all the time. I wasn't perfect, then I would self-berate, self-hate, and self-punish myself. And I would spend time with people that would validate this. Spend time with friends that would self-punish. I would spend time with friends that would criticize and verbally abuse me. put myself into situations that validated to myself that one belief: am I good enough or not? I was constantly looking for other people to tell me if I was good enough. One of the best places to start is to no longer rely on other people's opinions about you for your self-worth, but for you to believe in yourself, for you to gas yourself up, and to not look to the opinions of others to feel like you're good enough. If you look to the opinions of others, you're always going to find criticism. You're always going to find that you don't measure up. Nobody's perfect. And in this business, taking imperfect action, not waiting until everything is perfect, is the catalyst for success. Being willing to put yourself out there without knowing if it's going to produce a result is actually how you produce the big results. Being 100% okay with making mistakes and disappointing other people is how you make the big wins. Nobody cares how perfect your graphics look. Nobody cares how perfect your studio looks. Nobody cares how perfect you sound or what you say. Say, yeah, but Jeremiah, I'm going to lose respect from people if I do something wrong. Let me address that real quick. Anybody who you lose respect for, who doesn't want to listen to you and doesn't want to do business with you because you've made a mistake, is not somebody that you actually wanted to do business with in the first place. You might argue that's not true. I do want to do business with those people. That internal battle that's actually arguing, push-pull, I say you don't want to do business with them, tries to say, yeah, but actually I really do. That's what we need to address. You're not going to please everybody. You're not going to be all things to all people. You're not supposed to. You want to find your tribe that will love you on the good days and the bad days. The truth is, I just had a baby 2 weeks ago, and I actually lost 2 clients who wrote me nasty messages about how disappointed they are as to how unprofessional and horrible I am as a human being because I was a day late on responding to an email to them. I lost business with these people. The truth is this, they showed me their true colors. Now, I'm actually thankful that those people and their energy aren't in my space. I actually told one of them, I'm thankful that you're no longer in my space because of this. And boy, they lost it on me. They were livid. They told me how vile and horrible of a person I am and how wicked of a business owner I am and how offended they were by that I would even think that. I'm over here just thankful and grateful that they're no longer in my life. We have to learn to let people go. We have to learn to stop trying to be good to make people like us. We have to stop trying to perform in order to get acceptance. You start building your coaching program or your course or your mentorship and planning it out from that place that you're not trying to make anybody like you. You end up teaching from a much more natural, spirit-driven place, a more spiritual place. Your spirit comes out and connects with people better, and you just get to live a lot more a happier and carefree life. I have a standard for my life that I want to live carefree, and honestly, I use the word reckless sometimes, to where I just do whatever I want without concern of what's going to happen. When it comes to my marketing, I just put stuff out there without worry and fear of, is this going to produce a result? Found time and time again, the more reckless I am with my marketing and my messaging and my communication, the more money I make in my business. Trying to do all the right things and manage and control and make sure that everything fits into a tiny little box perfectly, the less money I make, because I'm constantly putting my energy towards perfectionism. Give up the crown of perfectionism. Even if you have a spouse in your life that is trying to beat into you verbally a standard of perfectionism, listen, I understand that's a hard situation. Somebody who's supposed to be encouraging you, ripping into you and tearing you down all the time. Not always going to agree with your spouse. You're not always going to be on the same page. Actually a fantasy to expect that. My wife and I actually have a much better relationship when I stop trying to make her agree with me and be as excited as I am about everything. Our marriage actually thrives by us having our different focuses and projects that we work on. Talk with my wife a lot about the landing pages or the offers that I create in my business. A, it's just not her interest, and B, it's just we have other stuff to focus on, like raising a child and growing a family. My business has gotten better because of that, because now I can go do what I want to make a lot of money. And listen, mama likes when I make a lot of money. Got done before recording this video, helping her feed and care for the baby. And then I'm like, all right, mama, I got to go record some videos today. She's like, great, let's do it in this time block and let's do it in this time block. And we were able to map out our day together. Last 5 months, we brought in over $520,000 in sales. And it's by doing this. You're somebody who wants to build an online course business or a coaching business and make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. Jump into the free live training that I'm doing tomorrow morning. I'm going to walk you through how to plan and map out your signature course or coaching program